to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down, Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. 16 yards, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 40 now on second down, Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
26.
Now Rodgers. Incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Mike's 47.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Now it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Flacco. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 18. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Flacco from the gun. Flush to his right. Out of the backfield, this is Devontae Booker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. Booker on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's All it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Who draw forfeit? Patch it. Back north.
Rodgers going to throw again. Open here is Allison. That's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground again here. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Caught right side, Davis. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Setting up to throw, Flacco.
I like the call. Inside the red.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Again, they'll run with Freeman.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now, pass complete here to Sanders. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check. Watch. 54. Oh, here we go. Oh. Right there.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Back. Shoot. Back one. X3. 218. Chopper. 150.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Alpha. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 40. Liz. 47 mic. 47 mic. Mike, smooth. It's going to be a long day. 47's the mic. 47. Inside. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Rodgers now to throw again. And a big one loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Rodgers going to throw. He'll get this to Jay Kumaro. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Flacco's throw there complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
And this one is right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
But there he goes left side. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time out of Chubb. 67 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Chubb. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
So with a lead at 5, the book definitely says go for 2 here to try to get it to a 7-point differential. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken very short. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Setting to throw, Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's been a long day for you.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Green Bay, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver,